So thank you everybody for coming. If you do have laptops, it might be beneficial to follow along. And we'll go nice and slow so that people can see what we're doing. And if I'm going too fast at all, as always, just say something and we can backtrack a little bit.
Yeah, can you slow down?
Yeah, so what we're going to do is push on your laptop, Bruce. Go ahead and open it. Okay, so go to your website, no matter what it currently looks like. We're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and there'll be a tab that says Agent Access, bottom right. Go ahead and click that. And it should bring you to a page that looks kind of like this. People who are following along, are you with me?
Yep.
Okay. So a lot of people may have one of the older versions of the site or want to know how to edit things that are currently in your site, change your template, all that kind of stuff. So it's relatively easy to do. So how we're going to do that is this tab right here, Site Builder. That first option says Collections, and we're going to go to Layouts. So under Layouts, over here on the left, we have a couple different categories. If we want to filter, like if someone's, specializing in farms and ranch here in West Seattle, there's a bunch of templates under farms and ranch. And you can also, if you click all designs, you can just kind of filter through these. So as we scroll down a little bit, you can see essentially what your home page will look like. Now you can customize these in terms of both colors and photos and text, but just what your clients and leads are going to be looking at when they first visit your site. Right, so let's say, for example, you wanted to select this, or we can go down to maybe something that somebody might do. Let's say someone wants this as kind of their site template. So let's go ahead and click that under Preview. And it kind of loads a preview of roughly what it could look like as we scroll through it. Okay. Now this is a little bit. It's obviously a short window.
Okay, question.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so mine is the same thing. Like yours is John Wynn. Like, own it. Like that's obnoxious to me.
Yeah, with how the name is laid out.
Yeah.
In terms of.
And there's not even a space in between your first and last name.
Yeah, so that, I was messing around with the settings a little bit and I couldn't find out exactly how to change that in a specific template. We may want to look at other templates that maybe have the name a little bit differently. That's something that our marketing team did, I think, to try to separate us. It looks like a lot of these are the same way. Yeah. So that might be an answer that we can get at a later time. There may be a way to edit that. I don't know right off the top of my head how to do that.
Because to me it looks like.
It's a little bit odd.
I mean, it at least looks better if your first name was on top. And then
Top and bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that looked better.
They do have templates like that.
Mine's not that way, I don't think. Which
see how
template were you on?
I just selected a random one,
I
but
selected the one that John selected at first.
yeah, see this one is a little bit, it has John in like cursive
Yeah.
on top and then Wind in solid
That looks
letters
horrible to me.
right underneath.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Right.
So you can go around and play in these templates, okay? You can click on preview, see which one you'd like. Let me see if this one's the same. Yeah, that one's the same. I do know that they differ a little bit.
So is there someone you can contact to find out if that can be changed?
Kaya might know.
Yeah,
She helped me edit mine.
Yep, Kaya might know as well, and it may be in there somewhere that I just haven't clicked on yet.
Okay.
I just wanted to be able to show you guys how to select a template, just to get started and kind of edit it the way that you want it to be, and then that would be just one other thing that we would either get from Kaya or somebody, you know, on the back end somewhere. So let's select,
Let's do that.
let's do this one just to, and you'll edit these all the same, no matter what template you select.
Which one did you pick now?
I picked this, it's kind of got a modern home on there, northwest,
But it was
trees in the
under home
background.
and living, or?
It was about, yeah, I think I selected that under home and living. That's the first one on home and living. There you go, right there. So preview.
Yeah, preview.
Yep.
Oh, I see what
And
you're saying, yeah.
yeah, so it's a little bit weird. This one is side by side, but again, it's kind of weird that the first name is a little bit smaller than the last name. But let's say we want to select this template to work with, at least for now. So over here on the left, we have website settings and home page. So right now, we can go in and edit the home page. Search engine optimization settings, I don't know if you guys will have to mess with that too much. It does things like puts keywords on your websites so that when people Google certain keywords like Seattle homes, it's more likely to come up with your website.
Sorry, did you hit homepage
Yes.
first? Okay.
Yep, so homepage here,
Okay, got it.
and I just wanted to touch on this really quick in case people are wondering.
I hate to bug you, but I'm apparently just stepping on you,
No problem.
so.
So click home and living. Click that, and click preview, and then select template.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry. Hit OK.
you go over to web.
And then, yeah, over here on the side,
Website settings.
you'll have website settings, and then I clicked home page. Okay, so color. So all of this white is going to stay white. This Berkshire Hathaway will stay Berkshire Hathaway. But certain buttons on the page, like I believe this search button here, the kind of transparent background color of this text, you can mess with those colors a little bit. So under the color tab here, we're just going to select a color. So it kind of has this beautiful green. So you can either do some kind of Berkshire Hathaway color if you like baby blue, or you know, you can do orange. You guys, so you're on a PC, Amy. Does it just kind of pull up a color chart when you hit colors?
Oh, you had to point that out, didn't you?
No, it's fine. I'm on a Mac, and so it just might look differently, but obviously you're
Oh,
going to be
you
able.
Kool-Aid drinking apple people? Oh.
You'll
yeah.
be able to select your
did.
colors. Okay.
Yeah, like I picked gray and it was like brown.
And you see how it's jumping around here on the template a little bit? So if you wanted to do like a deep Berkshire Hathaway color, you may want to do something lighter than that, but it kind of gives you an idea of what people are going to see when they visit your website. Does that make some sense?
Yep.
Okay. So if you pick a color that you like and you're good to go with it, now you're all done with the color portion of it. So you can just hit color again and it'll minimize that. Hero is the next tab down. So that is this, let me see where it says this. It's all in Latin, so it's a little bit hard to tell. The hero, on some of the templates, the hero is way up at the very top. Let's edit this a little bit and see what it does. Okay, so the hero on this template is text that's going to be viewable right up here above these three call to actions. Okay, so if you want to say something like, oops, your Northwest home search. You can kind of see how it's going to do. You can make this bold as well, just like it was in a text document.
Can you change your new home is waiting?
I believe so. Yeah. Let's see where that populates on this template.
I think it's at the very, very top.
Very top.
For some reason, it's not showing that
Yeah, on some different templates there, it's a little bit easier to see. What I'm going to do is temporarily publish this, and we'll be able to see where all that stuff is. Hero background. So this is the background photo of your hero portion, which I believe is currently, let me exit out of this. I believe that's currently this picture of this house right here.
Yes.
Okay, so if we go to hero background, there's stock photos, which you can go through and use any of these. They also have geographical locations. West Coast, they have Northwest as well. Keep scrolling down, there's Northwest.
I think there's some West Seattle pictures in there too.
There might be, yeah, so there's 111 of them. It starts you out with a few, and if we scroll down a little bit, you can click show more if you want to keep going through Northwest photos. Let's say somebody really loves this picture of Seattle here. We want to use that for our background. Before I go through that, there's also some company photos that you can use if you'd like. And then you also have the ability to upload personal photos. So one thing that I think we do want to be careful of a little bit is copyright laws, right? I don't think that we want to necessarily grab somebody else's photo off the internet and use it on our homepage.
We definitely don't, but if you would like to see other options, Kaya has an amazing website where all the photography is free licensed. So anybody can use in any way they like the photography from this site, and she has been finding lots of great stuff there. So talk to Kaya if you'd like that resource.
Nice, yep. So these ones are already uploaded. If we want, just for example, let's select this Seattle one here, and we'll hit select image. And it loads it into here. Okay. We also, in our hero section, we have 3 call-out options. These are these buttons that let people do certain actions right there on your homepage. So the first one is currently Market Watch. You can make it Property Finder, Contact, Home Valuation, all this kind of stuff, depending on what you'd like your call-outs to be. Okay. I know Market Watch, it kind of starts out as a search feature.
I'm sorry, are you
Go
still
ahead.
on Hero?
I am still on Hero, yep.
Oh, you scroll down, okay, perfect, sorry.
No problem. And there are these nice icons where people can click on them. And this is where this website version is a lot more contemporary than some of our past versions that we've had. Looks like an updated website that flows pretty well. Let's make this middle one home valuation.
That's what I was trying to figure out,
Yeah.
how to do that. Okay.
And that is those 3 online automated estimates that we have talked about in the past. So someone's going to be able to click on that icon and type in their address, and without providing any other information, they'll get 3 estimates on their house. So let's say that's good. There's no real save when you're doing all these. You can see right here it says saved. So you don't have to worry when you're making all these changes in here. There's not like a certain save or anything like that. If I just click this Hero tab again, it's going to minimize all this stuff, and we can go down to the next one, which is content. This content tab currently is something that's gonna be by your face probably.
Yeah, that's your bio.
That's your bio. So you can copy and paste your.
Do they all cut off at the top of the head? I mean,
So
what does that
you
mean?
can adjust this. One thing that I was gonna show. Let me go to my website real quick. So on the version that I chose, or that I currently have on, I would love for my face to not be quite this big,
Yeah.
but this is the template, and I haven't messed around with it more to see if I can get my face a little bit smaller, but when I first uploaded a normal headshot, my head was like this big.
Yeah, that's how mine was too.
Yeah, so what I did was I went into Pages, or I'm sure you can do the same thing in Word or a similar program, and I just pasted my photo, my headshot, and then I just made a couple of black boxes around it, one right here, and then I just screenshotted this whole thing.
Okay, how do you change the picture?
So you'll change it remember when we chose,
Sorry.
no, that's fine.
Let's go to that for just a second, but I want to intervene. What John just said, a lot of us, we just went blank. Like, there's no way I'm gonna go in and make boxes and screenshot and all that stuff. So if that's you, no big deal. This is exactly the type of thing that Kaya can help you with.
Yeah.
All right, so we have a resource here available. Anybody who's watching this on video, go to Kaya, come see me, we can talk about it. We can get help for you getting this done very, very easily.
Yeah, yeah, and don't let that stop you. So you can do certain things like that to mess around with this picture too. So currently it's chopping off my head. If you brought that to Kaya, she would probably be able to say, okay, we just need to make a little picture like this where there's a little bit of space above your head.
Yeah.
Let's create that and then center it. On a lot of programs, you're able to crop and mess with the photos that you upload into your website. This one, I don't think you can do that. So it is kind of the photo that you put in is what they're gonna work with. You're not able to kind of move the crop window, so to speak. Does that make sense? That's why I had to do it this way. So you can copy and paste this. Amy, to go back to your point about where would I upload that picture?
And by the way, is this all live now, so whatever changes we make,
No.
the public's gonna see
So
that?
this right here, publish home, that's what will make it live
Okay.
with whatever edits that you've been making.
So don't hit that button.
Don't hit that button. Now, you guys might be different than me. If you're getting 5-10 people to your website per day, then you may want to be careful not to publish too quickly. I don't get a ton of traffic to my website, so oftentimes I will publish something and just go into my actual website, see what it looks like. It's only going to be there for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
If I don't like it, I'll change it and then republish it. So yeah, most of us probably don't have to worry about massive amounts of traffic to our website at any given moment. But when you do funnel people, when you get out and market a little bit more online and you funnel people into the website, these changes will make the website look a little bit more professional and contemporary looking. So what I'm looking for, Amy, so I think what happened on this specific template, they just uploaded my photo that I already have uploaded into my profile as my picture here.
Gotcha.
And what I was just looking for was the template that I had on this one. It let me edit this photo, and it's not letting us do that on this specific template. So if you do want to be able to edit this photo a little bit more, or put something maybe besides your face even in there or something like that, you may want to just select a different template. And a lot of templates are very, very similar. There may just be a couple of differences with the templates. Back out of the content, let's go into the testimonial section. So again, this can say whatever you want. It's called the testimonial section. I think it could be beneficial to put a testimonial in there if you have one that you like. You can copy and paste that text. And we can also edit this background photo. Testimonial background. And we're here exactly where we were before. All these stock photos. We have company. This is what a lot of the templates are using for the background photo there, are some of these persona photos. Different wood grains and different backgrounds, not necessarily a photo of something specific. But you can put anything in there that looks good. Once again, you can also upload your own image and use that if you'd like to.
So can you cut and paste a testimonial from our surveys?
You should be able to, yeah. Yeah, so those are sent to you, right? You know, I would say if you're going to do something like use the client's name on your website, you may want to get their permission. But if you just want to say, you know, put it in quotes what they said about their experience with you, you know, I think that would be fine. I know on mine, I think I say it's from a satisfied client. Yeah, I just put satisfied client. And this specific template, it allows you to put somebody's face in there. I didn't want to use one of the cookie cutter faces that clearly wasn't my client, and I also didn't want to use a picture of my actual client, so I just put a house in there. So this layout,
Oh, they're my listings.
these your listings, Bruce?
Well, on my screen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it starts with, in this, where we're editing our website, you can't currently adjust the listings that appear on your homepage. There is a place to do it, and we're going to go over that. But right now, so Bruce is seeing his listings because this is his website, and so when people click on his website, they'll scroll down a little bit and see Bruce's listings. You know, I was messing around with this a little bit earlier. I have only one active listing right now, and I didn't like the look of just one listing right here and a bunch of white space. So these are different listings from our office. And I was gonna chat with maybe Kaya or somebody about the opportunity to have my listing, yes, but also other listings from our office. I was gonna see if there's a way to do that. I'll circle back around with you guys and see if we can figure that out. Does that make sense?
So those, did the listings change?
I think they may rotate through. It's currently just on listings from our office. That's how it's specified on my website, and I'll show you
Right.
where to do that. I don't know if you visit my page one day and then come back on another day, will it be 8 different listings or the same ones? I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure that I know the answer. So first, it will show your listings first, right? So anytime that your agents go to your website, or your sellers, your listings,
That's interesting because it's not showing my listing.
it's not showing your listings.
This one
So
does not
something
mind
is not set up right, so there's an adjustment there. That's easy enough to do. But your listings should show first, and then it shows the highest price active listings within your parameters that you've given it. So John, you can see the ones that are showing for him are 1.7 million, 1.5 million. He'll show us later how to adjust those parameters, and you could make the maximum that would show 700,000 or whatever you want it to be, and then it will show that. So it will show that listing as long as that listing is active. So if you come back the next day and the next day and the next day, it will show the same listings until that listing is sold, and then it'll be the next one up under your criteria.
So the one on John's appear to be like commercial listings, or?
Some of these might be, yeah. Yep.
And how did you get 8?
So it'll automatically upload 8 if you are selecting an option that has at least 8 listings. So like when I had it as only my listings, I only have 1, so there's just 1 there. But when I said office listings, we obviously have a bunch, so it populated 8, starting with the highest purchase price, it
So
sounds
you
like.
show us how to do that? Because like I only
Yeah,
have 2,
we're gonna go
I'd
into
rather
that.
have 8.
Yeah, so you have 2 right now, are they your listings? Oh, they're somebody else's. Interesting.
I have 2 that are obviously aren't mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, it's on Camino Island, I don't know if that's,
It could be a template thing too.
okay.
Like this template that I have mine on apparently wants to populate 8 here if it can. The template that we're working on may only be 2 right now.
Okay.
You can see what mine does, you can type in
Yeah, we can
See
go to
my
your
website,
website, Tay, see what that looks like.
takenhelp.com. There you go, it's there. You've been there before, everybody has. Let me scroll down.
Mhm.
Give it a second, there it
Is
goes.
that your
Yeah.
diaper store?
So Tay's got two.
Oh, yeah, so you have
Two.
too.
And the one on the right is actually pending right now, it's not active, so.
Okay, and are these
Those
both
your
yours?
listings?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And so Tay has put a, diaper drive, or what was that? Is that the diaper?
Yeah, that was from the diaper
Oh,
drive
sure.
register, yeah.
So now when you go down a little bit, and is that a testimonial?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's.
This is
that's
kind of
my
a
bio.
bio,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yep, and then this is a
There's a
testimonial. Yeah.
And now, so does this testimonial rotate through, or is Jennifer N. gonna be on there every time? somebody-
Indefinitely until I change it.
Yep. Yep. And all of the website templates pretty much have this section at the bottom, where people can choose to reach out to you quickly. Right in there. So yeah, so different templates will have different numbers of listings. So that's something that you can play around with as well. After we're done with all of this work, we're gonna push publish right here. I'm not gonna do that right now because it'll change all the stuff that I've set up in my, but you guys can do it if you've been following along and you like what you have so far.
No.
So under content, this is where I've been going to adjust these listings. Featured, under content,
Uh-huh.
click that. So main page featured property settings. So one thing that we, and Tay, jump in here if you'd like to, but one thing that we did used to have was that price parameter. Like, I want to show listings from my office between 500 and 800,000. I don't necessarily want the 1.7s or whatever on my website. I can't seem to find that now under our homepage tool. And it's not that it might not be on another page, but it's not here. There used to be a little button like right over here that says adjust price.
Scroll down,
There is a place to do it.
Okay,
a little bit further.
Oh, yeah, it's all the way down.
down at the bottom.
There you
Oh,
go.
here we go. Okay, yeah. So there we go. So if you want it, I don't think it would populate rentals anyways. It shouldn't.
No, it won't populate
Yeah,
rentals.
okay. But I had a minimum price of 10,000, maximum of 2 million. So I can adjust that right now if I want to.
Remember, whatever price you make your maximum, that's the price of houses you're gonna see.
Yeah.
Because it's only gonna show anywhere from, 2 or 3 houses to 8 houses. And so there's definitely gonna be enough active listings on the market from our office that will, basically that's all that you're gonna show. So whatever you want the public to see when they come to your site as far as pricing, that's what your maximum should be.
Yeah.
So you wanna see $1.2 million houses, great. You want them to see $500,000 houses, great. Whatever you want them to see, make that your maximum.
Yeah, good.
Okay, John,
Thank you,
so
Madam Chair.
you said, because I, like you, only have one active listing, but I don't want just one listing, but it doesn't give you that it's, you get one or the other.
So say that again. So you only have one active listing, but
Right,
what?
so then it would only show one picture, like how you said, but you did want all that blank space.
Yes. So
So where's the option where it will show my listing and office listings?
yeah. So that was one thing. Tay, have you had any experience with that?
No, I have not messed with that,
Okay.
with that portion.
So, because I was gonna try to chat with Kaya or somebody in our tech background to see if we can do that, because I think that there may be a way, because there's certain settings here where you can specify which listings, but I don't know if you can specify and have it auto-populate with some more of our office listings.
Well, how about that part, this thing here?
That'd be on your kind of your list or Bruce is on the list or resume section
But the funny thing is,
Right in
it's
here.
got, so I can choose an MLS agent, that it's George's lag number or something.
Oh.
Isn't that weird?
Oh, I think you might be logged in as George right now.
No.
You see? Isn't that
No,
his
that's
picture?
me. No, that's
Oh, is
me.
that you? Oh.
Um,
Well, then that's
weird.
let's huddle up right after this class and make sure that your proper lag number is associated with your profile.
Well, it's my listings, however, yeah, those are my listings, they're not George's.
Okay. You might have specified that at a previous point. You may have put in
Oh, there's me.
George's lag number. So anyway, we'll circle back around on that and see if there's a way to do that. Does anybody in here have any experience with that on their website?
Oh, here's a choice, my office is listings.
Mhm. Yeah, so, and that's what we're saying, so there's an option to show your office's listings, but then we also want to display our own listings as well. So like we would love our listings to be there, whatever listings we have, but then go ahead and fill the other slot or slots with some listings from our office. So we'll circle back around on that.
And John, how do we get more slots, do you know?
Different templates.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like Amy's and Tay's,
Got it.
on Tay's website here, there's just 2 slots for listings, where the template that I chose has 8.
Okay.
And again, to change the template, you just go to this site builder, collections, and layout.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's kind of a quick rundown of how to get your website up and running to the more contemporary versions that we have. Go in there and after you mess with it, go to your actual website and start clicking on things. See how it looks and where it takes you and how it reads. You guys can make little adjustments as you go. This is what we were talking about earlier. Home valuation. So somebody clicks on that and it takes them directly to this page.
I got you early.
Where they can type in their address and hit search, and then actually what happens then is you get an email from customer care that'll look like this. Dear John, great news, someone just checked the valuation on this property on your website. Go get them while they're hot. So that doesn't give you any direct contact information, but that gives you the address of the person.
Or the address
Or the address of the
checked
house
on.
that they wanted
Yeah.
to check on, correct, yep, yep. So it could warrant just sending a little note, reaching out, seeing if you can help. Does all that make sense?
How did you,
Sorry, go ahead.
how did you get it to look so nice? I was trying this the other day, and I could not get that dialog box. So I just created, with Kaya's help, I created just a link. Click here to see what your home is worth.
Oh,
And it takes you to that page.
okay, so,
I don't know how to add that.
I think are you talking about this?
Oh, yeah, okay, so you didn't, that wasn't on your site.
Yeah.
You clicked on home valuation. Okay, so I do have it set, right?
Exactly,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
and these should be included on most, if not all of the templates that you can choose. For example, let's just click this, see if it has it. Yeah, I can already see it has it. So this is another one of those farm templates that we were looking at. It has the same callouts here. And you can adjust these to make one of these that home valuation option. Any more questions on this stuff right now? Oh,
Okay,
all right.
great. So we'll stop filming. Actually, let's let it ride for a minute. So John's walked us through it. We have some kind of a feeling for it. This will be posted on YouTube probably tomorrow, and we'll send out a link so you can go back and reference as you go for somebody that came in late or don't have a computer or just want to have a reference point as you're coming back through. But all right, we get our website up and going, and we get it in a good space where we actually like it. Now the question really is, what do we do with it? What do we do with it? For those of you that have been in the business for a while, most of us know that the majority of real estate agents' websites get next to no traffic, very little traffic. So I want to talk about it a little bit, and let's talk about ways that we can get some traffic to it. And then also, what are you really trying to accomplish with your website? What's the value? What's really happening? So let's start with right now, right off the bat, without actually doing something to drive people to your website, who is likely to go to your website? If you're not making any efforts to draw people there, who's going there?
People that we meet that
People that you meet?
Google our name.
Sphere of influence might, your friends and family might, right? Okay. People that you've used before might, if they're trying to find you again. I think, Bruce, you nailed it. I mean, really big, and that is people that you've just met, right?
They'll Google you.
They're going to Google you, which is a great reason to have your Google My Business up and running. If you don't have Google My Business up and running, let me know, let John know, and we will help you get that going. Because it will give you the online presence that you want to have. If you have a Google My Business account, most likely the people that Google you will immediately see your profile there, the same as Macy's and Target and Nordstrom and everything else. You are a business to Google at that point, and they will see that and they'll go, okay, this person's legitimate. Okay, and they won't even dig any further. So for newer agents, that has a huge value, right? Because we maybe don't want them digging really far because they're not going to find a whole lot, right? For some of us veteran agents, it's just fine as well. So, but if they're Googling us and they're clicking to our website, what is it that we really want them to see? That's the question you have to ask yourself. What do you want somebody that you just met in an open house or just met at a party or whoever that is, a spouse's colleague or whoever you got that referral from, what do you want them to see and experience when they go to your website?
Evidence of success, so.
Evidence of success.
Sold and current listings.
Okay, good, evidence of success. What if we don't have a lot of success because we're newer?
Then company.
Company success. Okay, good. What else?
Professionalism.
Professionalism? Sure.
Like
Yeah.
the testimonials are good.
Testimonials are good. The fact that you have a gorgeous website is helpful in and of itself, right? I mean, these templates are beautiful. I mean, somebody goes there and sees your site and you have it set up. There's no reason that they're not going to look at it and go, wow, he or she is not, extremely professional. This is an extremely professional site. So you have that going for you. But one thing that I would recommend is the thought of how can you really personalize this to you, okay? If I personalize something, I like to hike, let's say, okay? And I like the outdoors, and that's really what I'm about. If I make my website and put a little bit in there about the outdoors, or I have a photograph in the background that shows me hiking, or a great trail picture, or who knows what, but something that it's just a little bit different. Your website doesn't have to be about real estate. You saw my website. My first page has nothing to do with houses. My first photo, the thing that they see, has nothing to do with houses. It has to do with diapers, right? Well, why? Because that means something to me because we work with foster kids and we work with the companies, or not companies, but organizations that are helping foster kids that need diapers. So that's important to me, and I want people to know that about me. If somebody comes to my website and they're looking to buy or sell a house and they see a photograph about diapers, is it going to make them not buy it or sell a house with me? No, of course it won't. But might it help them have a greater connection to me? Or might it make them go, hey, actually, instead of thinking that this guy might be great, I really like this person. I identify with this, or I like what they're doing, okay?
And then I think it'd be nice to be able to have those things rotating. So you see.
It would be nice.
See hiking.
It would be nice to rotate, and I'm not sure that that's an option right now. And again, we'll dive further into that, but I don't know that that is the way that the sites are designed currently to rotate. But let's look into that, John, and we'll send something out to everybody. At the end of the day, though, your site is something personal about you, and it really should be. We've been talking about the profiles that we've been sending out for each individual agent, and John his just went out yesterday, and it says, "Won't you be my neighbor?" as his tagline or his little line to bio. We've been talking about don't just say, "I'm a great realtor," oh, I'm fantastic, and you'll have a great experience with me. years of experience and skills in buying and selling houses. That's great, but that's just like everybody else. Give yourself a chance to stand out and be a little bit different and make somebody connect with you. That's how you're going to get the most value out of something like this. So that's how we're going to use it when we are just starting. If we're not doing anything to draw business to our website, then all the things we just talked about are really relevant and important for us to keep in mind as we are building our website. What do we want that person to see, the people that are going there for those reasons? Now we have a totally different thing that I want to talk about, and that is, how do we bring people to our website? Now, if we are actively out there trying to advertise and promote our website and get people to go from the great unknown of the wild www.coms, how do we get people to then come to our site, and then the people that we're trying to attract, does our website actually service? Does that make sense? So if you're spending a lot of time trying to market and get yourself, in with certain groups of folks and get them brought to your website, once you get them there, is that the site that they're expecting to see? Oh, I don't know. It depends what you're really trying to do, right? What are some ways that we can get our website out and increase our traffic to our websites? It's incredibly important. Ideas? Thoughts? Has anybody had any experience with this? We're looking around the room and we're seeing no hands.
Well, on a smaller scale, just put your what domain name out there in everything you do.
Yeah.
Everything you advertise, your emails, whether it's personal or business emails, have your web address on it.
Absolutely. Put your web address on everything. Your email signatures, everything you do, your personal and your business should have your website on there. Remember too that your website currently is your first name and last name at in a BHHS or whatever it is. It's a big long website. Think of a good website name and go buy a domain name for $10 for a year, right? You saw mine is takeandhelp.com. So when I tell somebody what my website is, I don't say it's tay.krull.com. No, it's takeandhelp.com. Okay, easy enough to remember. When you're buying one though, you cannot use Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, BHHS, Home Services. You can use none of that. Those are all protected, licensed things. So the company won't allow you to do that. So, but could you say, the Butterfield Cell? Yeah, of course. Or Bruce the Selling Machine. Yes. You can make it whatever you want. Now I'm not saying either of those are good. Those are probably pretty horrible. But think about it. Spend a little bit of time, and then don't overthink it, because it's a $10 investment that you can change like that, right? Think of something, pick it and go. Don't think of something, have a list of 10, not be able to choose which one you like the most, and then wait 6 months and then still be in the same position you are today. Pick something and go with it, all right? Also, you can pick more than one website domain. This is important. This is really important, because depending on what kind of marketing you're doing, you may want to use a different name for your website. So you may have Bruce's Beautiful Homes. Great, that's your normal, that's what you put out there all the time. But you may also say, Bruce Loves the Environment.com. Or, I don't know, Bruce Sells Green Homes. That you might want to use for something when you're marketing specifically to another group of people, right? To target a different kind of an audience. And maybe because you're working in that space. So, and again, it's a $10 a year investment or whatever it is. It's cheap to do this. So you can have more than one and direct them all to the same site. All right, so just an understanding of how that works. All right, how else are we going to draw? So Russ says, yeah, we need to have this on all of our marketing. How else are we going to draw people to our website? We just went through the hassle of creating one. The company has spent the money to have beautiful templates. You have got a gorgeous thing. How are we going to use it? How are we going to use it? How are we going to get people there? What else can we do?
Put out
Meet people. Tell them about your website.
Put out your listings, link it to your website, and then put them out on social media and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. So social media. Yeah, absolutely. How many people have hundreds of friends in their Facebook? Plenty of us, right? Some of us don't use Facebook at all. This guy included. I have like 700 friends, and I'm never on Facebook, but I need to be, and I should be. Well, how can I get my website exposed? We can put it on Facebook. Send people, and don't be passive about it either. Sure, put it up on your, take a screenshot of it or whatever, put it on your, your feed. Great, people see that. But don't be so passive. Do that, but then also send links, or send private messages, I'm sorry. You have 2, 3, 4, 6, 800 people, right? And send them all private messages. You're sitting there watching a movie one night, great, type it in, send the link, say, hey, check out my new website. Get people familiar with your website. How can you bring people to your website? Other things you could do. There's other ways to market. You can market in local media, print or digital media. We are helping you here in this office by promoting you and sending stuff out, promoting you and your website, right? So let's find ways to turn around and go, okay, now we've got this great site and we've got this great resource. How do we get people to use it? What's another way you can get people to use it? I think one of the big ways that you can get a lot of use out of your website is the evaluation tool.
I actually was really interested in getting that on there because as I've been talking to people that own homes, I tell them, you can pull up a quick valuation of your home by visiting my website. And they seem really interested in doing that. Like you said before, everyone wants to know the value of their home. Everyone wants to know the value. And we talked about this in this same class a while back, a lot of different faces though in here today. When Zillow came out as realtors, we hated it, right? Because gosh, people go there and it's horrible, valuations, and it's a mess. It doesn't help us. But the reality is the majority of people know what their Zestimate is. They do. They just do. They look. They find that fun and interesting. Okay, whether they believe it or not, ultimately it's irrelevant. The fact is that they're going to get it. So instead of sending them to Zillow, why not have them come to us?
We could do little sort of 4-up type postcards or something to pass out that's different than a flyer, different than a business card, and it says, find the value of your home.
I love where your head is at.
And then just like pass those out at open houses.
Yes, absolutely. A little note card or a business card size thing that says, hey, go here to find out what your house is worth. Absolutely. John, can you bring up the valuation thing again?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Go there, check it, come and check it out. But that will bring people to your website. Our valuation system does not give you one value. It gives you up to 3 values. And they don't have to give a whole lot of information to get it. I think that is a key way that we can be drawing attention to our website because it's something that people want. When I teach the open house class, I explain to people this. Look, when people come to an open house, they want nothing to do with you. Right? And by the time they leave, they need to feel that they need you. Well, going to your website is no different. Really, anything we do is no different. Having a conversation and giving our elevator speech. Everything that we do in this business is taking somebody from really not wanting anything to do with you to feeling that they need you. If you can't get them to feel that they need you, then you have no value and you've lost. Okay? So the valuation thing gives us, John, can you show the icon so we can see what the icon looks like from your, there we go, the home valuation icon. Perfect. So when you're setting this up, put this on there and then start drawing people to that. Put on Facebook, hey, want to know what the value of your house is? Boom, send them a link right to your website. Or send them the link to click on the home valuation. Instead of sending them to the first page of your website, fine, send them to a back page of your website that starts with this, what's your home worth? Yeah? Makes sense? You can get a lot of people to go check you out online, and once they get there and they see these beautiful websites, it only increases your value. It only increases your professionalism. And that is the value of the websites. I'm sure that you will think of other ways, and the people that are watching this on video later will think of several ways that you can get people to come to your website. But if you're not cognizant of it, if you're not attempting to do it, then you're going to lose the opportunity to appeal to a lot more people.
Now, when you do the home valuation, does it capture the information of who's going on there? Like, does it say this person at this address?
Yes, it does. So, John, type it in there. So,
this is what you get. If they don't log into anything and they only type their address, this is what you get.
Okay.
So it is really non-intrusive for the person using it. They don't have to give a name or phone number or anything else. All they have to do is type in their address in the bar. John, go back to the last one there. Right here. All they have to do is type in an address. They can even type in the address of their best friend or worst enemy, right? To see what their house maybe is worth. Okay? Yeah, it happens. Trust me. But now what do you have? Now you have an email that comes to you that says someone typed this address into your website. Now, you don't have names, you don't have phone numbers, but wait a second. You do have a name because you have an address.
Yeah.
So you can put the address in, and then you can reach out to that person. Maybe it's a letter in the mail. Maybe it's a knock on the door with, hey, here's a better valuation of your home. I know you're curious about selling your home, or whatever it is, right? You can follow up in any way that you want. Now, from there, when they get the valuations, if they would like more information, it gives them an opportunity to fill out a form and give you more information. But really, truly, you have all the information that you need to make a contact at that point. So yes, you have a way to know who's doing it. You have a way to know how many people are doing it. How you can track your numbers as far as how many of these that you give out. You could take a card like Bruce is talking about, go door knocking, hand them out, leave them at doors that don't answer, right? And then sit back and track. How many people went on and put their address in? How many people went on and put 3 addresses in, theirs and the 2 neighbors next to them, right? So at the end of the day, again, this is a great way to get people to come to your website. And I think that this is only one of the avenues. It's a really good one to get people to come to your website. The more people you can get to your website, the more people you have the opportunity to be in contact with without spending a whole lot of time or effort doing it, right? This starts doing work for you. Once you get the contact information, you can put them in as your contacts and do drip campaigns and things of that nature, right? That are happening on their own, so you don't have to continue to follow up. We've covered a lot. John did a great job going over the website. I think we have all the information that you need. Anybody else have any other questions for today? No more questions for today? Great. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I really appreciate it. And as you go, if you have questions or you need help with website stuff, John, I, and Kaya are more than happy to help you along the way. Good. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, John.